Oh my God.
Excuse me?
That's the best bit so far. Hello and welcome to More Movies Reacts. My name's Greg Fisher. I'm joined, of course, by the main man himself, El Capitan, David Roberts. How's it going, Dave?
I'm good, sir. I'm good. You?
Yeah, pretty good, thanks. I thought this week we'd take a look at the new Venom trailer, which is the sequel to the original Venom film. Came out a few years ago with Tom Hardy. This one is called Venom, There Be Carnage. Are you into that? Are you into Venom? I imagine not.
Yeah, I wasn't great. I don't think I've even seen the first Venom film, and it didn't really grab me when I, saw it, appearing on things before. It's not one that's usually grabbed my attention, if I'm honest. So.
Well, little confession for you, Father. I haven't seen it either. Although I am a self-confessed Spider-Man fan, I didn't really fancy it, to be honest. Yeah. And there wasn't great reaction from it from the general public, so I just didn't get around to it. Not to say I won't. I might watch it in the future. I don't mind Tom Hardy. He's pretty cool, but I don't know. I just thought maybe not. But let's have a look at this trailer, see what we make of it, and we'll have a chat about it afterwards. Sound good?
Yeah, sounds good.
Let's do it.
No eating people. What a mess.
I say either. You say either.
I wish I could chop that fast.
And I say neither, neither. Let's call the whole thing off.
Oh my God.
Let's up.
Excuse me?
Yummy.
That's the best bit so far. Sony Columbia in association with Marvel.
Good evening, Eddie.
Hey, Mrs. Chen.
Good evening, Venom.
Function hall, Mrs.
Hey.
What? I'm feeling a bit like the fact that we haven't seen the first film, we're missing sort of some vital information here. References.
Because you and I are the same.
Ooh, doing a raging bull there. I'm not an animal.
We ever make.
Hurt your knuckles, mate. Ooh. Tasty.
There's Stephen
We
Graham.
leave behind.
Yay!
How do we leave them?
Ravencroft.
Waiting in the darkness for the rescuer who never comes. Welcome back, Eddie
poor
Brock.
Spider.
It's been a
Cruelty.
long time. Miss you.
Oh, it's Woody.
Hey!
Now there's a selling point for me. Woody. Oh, he's in the lethal injection chamber there.
Chaos.
Oh, so he's going to be Carnage then. Bloody hell! It looked like Stephen Graham was about to get his head bit off then.
Yeah,
literally.
Soon come.
And there's Carnage. That looks rubbish. That looks terrible. The CGI in that bit.
Yeah.
Let there be carnage.
The chocolate delivery hasn't arrived yet.
No!
We had a deal.
What's gonna happen? You gonna stop protecting me?
I am happy to eat, Mrs. Chen.
No, you cannot eat, Mrs. Chen.
What?
Nothing?
Oh, there we go.
Well.
Yeah. Okay, so let's crack into it, starting with, this is like a side character from Spider-Man. Basically, way back in the day when a symbiote came from outer space like they did in Spider-Man 3, that was based on the comics. A symbiote comes from outer space. It initially melds with Peter Parker. He gets all these new powers and he has this black suit. But he soon realizes that, this symbiote is kind of evil. He rejects it. He gets rid of it. And it bonds with another character called Eddie Brock, who is also kind of enemies with Peter Parker because they're in competition with one another at the Daily Bugle. And that was the basic gist of the backstory to Venom. And that's how, the symbiote then melds with Eddie Brock and he tells him that Peter Parker is Spider-Man. So they become this like enemy of Spider-Man that, they know his secret identity. They know everything about him because the symbiote is already bonded with Parker. He knows his innermost thoughts. He knows everything. He knows about Aunt May, all this stuff. So he was a really good villain in the comic books because he was like, oh no. And he's like, super strong. He's got all of Spider-Man's powers, but completely evil, completely, demonic monster. And added together with this guy, Eddie Brock, who has obviously got an axe to grind with Peter Parker. Now, okay, they did what they did in Spider-Man 3. We're not talking about that here. That was what it was. People were disgruntled with that incarnation of Venom.
I like being bad. It makes me happy.
So what they've done is they've brought it back on his own as a character in the film. It's a film about Venom. They cast Tom Hardy in the role. As we mentioned at the start, neither of us have even seen that film, But, they must have been popular enough for them to make a sequel. Because here we are, the age of Carnage, what I'm saying. There will be Carnage.
That means carnage. Christmas means carnage!
So, Carnage, again, another sort of Spider-Man spin-off character. Looks like they've done something completely different here as well, bringing Woody Harrelson's character in and juicing him up. I'm not sure how that relates to the comics, if it does at all. I'd have to look into it. But, to me, it smacks of like, what DC did with Joker. They got, here's one of our really popular supervillains. So what we'll do is we'll bring that character out on their own and make a film based around that character. So in a way, when the first Venom came out, I kind of felt like that's what they were doing. It was Marvel's answer to the Joker, or Joker, I should say, in a way. But ironically, whereas most of the Marvel films are really good compared to the DC Universe films, it was the other way around with this. Joker was excellent, a really good character piece and a really good film, whereas Venom, it didn't get good reviews. It wasn't that well received from what I remember from the fans.
No, I don't really remember much about it from the time, but I mean, there's some good here. Looking at this, there's some good cast. Woody Harrelson, Stephen Graham, people like that. I like Tom Hardy, so that's all in there. Some of the jokes were funny there,
All right,
but
bit of slapstick, all that stuff at the start, making the breakfast, covering him in ketchup.
But
it's
also,
it
kind of tangs have been a bit goofy.
Yeah, it does. I thought that with that stuff, with the interaction with the woman that's running the 7-Eleven store there, it's just
it's a bit like
a bit forced.
Am I supposed to take this seriously? I don't quite understand it.
Definitely not. I think it's supposed to be, it's like it's staying faithful to the material in the sense that you don't take it too seriously, but it's also obviously darker than your standard Spider-Man stuff, But that's why I'd rather see that. I'd rather see them develop something that can be crossed into the Spider-Man films that are getting made now with Tom Holland.
That's not Spider-Man. That's just Ned in a red shirt.
Not to say they won't do that. They might do. But if they do, it's going to be nothing like the comic books. And, there's not going to be that relationship between Parker and Eddie Brock. Maybe they will. They might do something like that. I mean, there's one scene in there, he's looking at the paper and it's the Daily Bugle and stuff. But like I said to you while we were watching it, there's maybe some things there that are referenced that we are not picking up on because we haven't seen the original.
Yeah.
But, I just thought it's a pass for me, to be honest. I'm not incredibly excited to see this movie.
No, I don't think I am either. It's there's other things to watch.
Yeah, doubtless there will be a lot of people that will be pleased to see it. I think it's been a bit more warmly received than Spider-Man 3, where we had Topher Grace playing Eddie Brock and who became Venom, but a lot of people had axe to grind with that one. They didn't like that version for a number of reasons. But this one seems to be a little bit more. I mean, one of the things was that he wasn't physically big enough to be Venom, Topher Grace, that is. But obviously, Tom Hardy's quite a big guy, and they've at least got that sort of scale right, the size of Venom, you know, because he was supposed to be this huge, imposing monster of a character, you know, that dwarfed Spider-Man in a sense. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't really go along with this kind of let's get one of the villains and just give him the main thread of the story.
Well, I don't mind if it's done right. I would expect if you're going to do a film about the villain that it's quite a dark film. I would expect it to be quite serious, quite kind
like Joker.
Like Joker is. It's
I mean, that was a perfect example, really.
And this just seems like trying to be Deadpool or something like that. Like
I got a Deadpool vibe off it.
Yeah, and I don't see it working.
It's not going to be funny like Deadpool was. Or Deadpool is. Deadpool's hilarious, and Deadpool 2, really great films.
Worth it. Oh, I'm touching myself tonight.
But I don't know. What do you think at home? Let us know. Venom 2, are you into it? Let us know in the comments. If you think we're both mad for not liking it or not watching it, let us know. If you think we should watch the first film, let us know. We're probably not going to, but let us know.
That's it. And we'll catch you next time on More Movies Reacts. That's it for this video. Thanks for checking it out. Please remember to like, share and subscribe and press the bell icon for notifications. You can see more of our news, reviews and articles over on our website, moremovies.co.uk. And remember to follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and TikTok at More Movies For You. Remember, if you like our content, you can support us at buymeacoffee.com, link in the description below. To check out more of our fantastic content, click one of the buttons on screen now.